Yep. Praise God. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you again for this day. We thank you, Lord, for your many, many blessings. And Lord, I want to lift up all of them in our county where it seems like we're getting more people with cancer and things. I know I've been addressed with quite a few, and we just pray, Lord, that you'll be with them and touch them. Now, Heavenly Father, we pray for your protection over our first responders. We ask that you'll be with our meeting, give us the knowledge and wisdom, Lord, to make the best decisions for our county. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Somebody else wanted to just. I was just.
I thought it was just me. Not the only one that heard it. I'm very shit. Okay, Health and Commission Chairman, and we have, Tammy filling in today for Kansas, right? Okay. So we'll call the meeting to order. Do you have anything on the agenda?
Yes, we have an appointment at 8:35, Margaret Miltenberger. And I do believe that was the only addition since the publication of the agenda.
Okay, do I hear a motion to approve the.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second, and I approve that also. We got a minute or two. Have you guys looked at the minutes?
Yes. Yes.
Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from May 26th and May 25th, 27th.
Okay, I approve that also. Okay. We're almost there. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to provide some program updates, because I've probably been a couple months since I've been able to get here. And of course, we're in the middle of really busy stuff, so I'll give you a little bit of information about that. I mean, in April, we did the Dining with Diabetes partnership with Tony Valley Hospital and Valerie Starcher, and it went really well. The Episcopal Church let us use their facility, and we had about 35 persons with diabetes and their family members, and it focuses on educational lessons taught by certified diabetes educators, then food demonstrations and sampling. And it's really effective, and it's also, as we all know, so many health stuff is just so expensive. That's one thing that we're able to offer free, and put them in touch with certified diabetes educators to get some of their questions answered. And so that's really worthwhile. We'll do a follow-up in July, and that's when we kind of do a post-evaluation of it. So right now, we have just finished our first week of younger camp at Camp Minko. Every bed was taken. We were completely full. We had about almost 90 campers. We had 20 junior counselors who are serving in leadership roles at camp, which is a great experience for them. And yeah, the week went really well. In my many years of doing this, I think it's the only perfect weather week we've ever had. It was wonderful. So that was good. Energy Express also started. We're down some because AmeriCorps funding took a hit. So we normally have 3 sites. We only have 2. Myself and Dale, working with Family Resource Network and Mineral County Schools, has tried to scrape together as much money as we could to fund more mentor positions so that we can then serve more children. So we're doing better than we would have otherwise. I'm not sure it's sustainable, but at least for this year, we've got 2 sites with 9 mentors at each site, and we will serve about 80 children on both sides of the county, 160 total. So that's exciting. And the children will start on Monday. And really outstanding site supervisors, the Sophie Ward and Hannah Raines. So that's on that one. And we have one more week of 4-H camp, the last week of June. And then the Mineral County Fair, we will start to set. We've already started things, but the setup and move in will be Saturday and Sunday. And then the shows will be next week. So that's just kind of an update with where we're going. And the fair is it's wonderful family opportunity for family to do things together. And of course, the kids gain lots of life skills through raising their project. So, I guess any questions about our programs?
You ready for the fair?
Almost ready. Yeah, I would say Cambria has been working really hard to, if it was going to her first fair, to figure things out and be ahead of things. So, but it's also will be her first fair. It's a lot of learning as you go, because you can't always predict what questions and things you're gonna have. So,
Are you involved in the concession building for 4-H now, or are you involved in that?
yeah, so I've been working with the committee that has been working on that, and we're, that's a really nice project that we
Yes.
have, yeah, that, with any type of building projects, and when you've got in-kind donations of labor, sometimes things get slowed down. We hope to be fully finished. And it's not gonna be quite fully finished, but we're still gonna be able to provide breakfast and do some basic concession stuff.
That's what I was concerned about, if it was gonna be workable or usable.
Yeah, Penny Stickley especially, because she's the one who manages the food part, has been trying to figure out, okay, how can we still operate even though we won't quite be finished, because we also want it done right. And there's probably another 6 weeks of things after the fair that'll be taken care of. And then you're also just kind of managing the money, because we've had donations, we've had some grants, different things like that. And you have to be careful about decisions that the critical costs are covered before we buy nice equipment or whatever. So it's kind of balancing that out too. So, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Penny and a couple others have kind of kept me updated along the way, but I haven't heard lately if they was gonna have it.
Yeah.
There was big confusion with, well, they had a plan with blocks and then that fell through and.
Yeah. So I think we'll all be good, and the goal had always been, well, first of all, just to update the building and have a more functional facility. So it's definitely, it's up, but parts of the inside won't be quite complete, so.
The barn chip in Trinity, stuff, the walls have been pretty done. They've done a lot of work inside there.
Yeah. So I feel like that on that standpoint, the fair's in pretty good shape
It is.
on the livestock
That's good.
side.
Yeah.
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 All right, thank you. Yeah, good luck with your day.
Thank you.
Okay, I haven't seen the papers. Any public comment? Nobody got any comments? Okay, good deal. All right, let me get called up. Give me a minute. Ouch. Yeah, I knew that was up.
Oh, my goodness.
No public comment. We're going to our West Virginia Division of Correction. This is one of the reasons we've got to cut down on our spending a lot. Our original jail bill for the month of May was $57,587.40. That's a lot of money. It's killing us. If it keeps up, we're gonna come short on that as far.
It's on our budget revision already.
Oh, is it? For this, I'm talking about next year.
Or next year.
So we're gonna be short for next year too, if it keeps it up. We can't get the legislators to help with that. I don't. I re-
Where are you on the formula right now? Are you getting,
I really
We're
don't.
getting the discounted.
Yeah,
rate.
we're still getting.
so you're getting the discounted rate? And you're ahead of the curve in that regard.
Well, the couple things I've noticed in here though. It's just like with the cities, we're paying theirs, state police. We're paying theirs, BCI, we're paying theirs. We pay everybody's jail bill. And it's not right. I'm gonna start sending my electric bill to Charleston. See if they'll take care of that. It's not that much, but it would help, right?
So I don't understand some of these, like here's Hampshire County probation for 1,000.
Yeah.
Charlestown, Littlefield.
They're right, I was gonna say.
Rich.
One of them. It's just,
Preston County. Every $1,600.
it's Hampshire. Northfield State Police. I think it's. It is what it is. Okay, Officer Sheriff, is monthly report.
Well, I say, we do take copies of these to the magistrates, to the judges, to
Yeah.
the prosecutor. They do get copies of these as well to review them.
Yeah,
And occasionally they do find things that we get credits for, but I mean, sometimes we get hit by another counties.
Okay, office sheriff's monthly report. Second. Anybody got any questions on that? Assessor's report. We're gonna be pretty good this month with the assessor's report, because she has collected mobile home decals, $2. And so we're pretty good shape. That's really helped us. I don't mean to get you riled up there now.
That's okay.
It's all right.
I'm waiting for when you decide not to run for the re-election and your time is up in office and you open Rogers Free Lodging and all the rest of that down there.
And they go, I'm not gonna open up nothing. I'm gonna do what I done Monday, is what I'm gonna do a lot of.
Sit on the porch. with-
No, call my cell phone, see what it says. I won't answer it.
Or what?
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna spend time back in the woods on the farm.
Don't hurt yourself.
I try not. Okay, dog warden, monthly report. She's, complaints was 100. She picked up 6 dogs, 17 cats, 2 of each was given away. So. Rabies exposures to animals, 1, rabies exposures to humans is 14, that's up. One returned positive. So be careful out there when you're dealing with animals. Emergency medical services. Kaiser had 10 calls, Grizzly 2, Burlington 6, Fountain 0, and Wally Ford 3, Fort Ashby 13, Short Gap 8, New Creek 18, Elk Garden 2, VMT 7, Tri-Towns 3, and so forth. Total 74 calls, a couple others there.
That's for the chase car.
Yeah.
What they call that one.
Mhm. Yeah. So that's a good thing. Come back, but then I'm saying the story was about. All right, this is from Gary Thorne. He is wanting to be appointed to the New Creek Public Service District. Reappointed, I mean, yeah. This is Lucas Hoover. The State Public Service District has nominated Gary. This is a follow-up from New Creek Public Service to put Gary Thorne on. We got another one there written to us about the same thing. Colby Simpson sent a letter in, he's wanting to request to be reappointed to the Mineral County Ambulance Authority. And Gary Bryce is requesting to be reappointed to the Director of Thames Valley Transit Authority. For him.
Oh, on the agenda, you skipped over Civics Plus. I didn't have a copy of that. Well, that's because I didn't have a copy of that. Annie, did you have a copy of that?
Let me see. I don't.
It was sent to me as a correspondence to add, but I didn't have anything. We'll just mark that and I'll put it on the next time. It was just an ad for business.
Oh, okay.
So eventually.
I was going to your paper if you had it over here. Thames Valley Transit
I thought I'd seen
Authority,
it, but then-
huh?
I thought I read it, but then.
Independent audit report, you got anything on that?
Oh, yeah, it's a full report.
This is just a cover page for it.
Yeah, this is just a cover page full report right here if anybody wants to see it.
Okay, and also Region 8 Planning Development, I give you that.
It's right
It's a
here too,
big
anybody wants to read it too.
My copy was a little bit small, about half that much.
Yeah, anytime that, if you're on a board and they give you one of these, make sure I get it.
Yes.
Because we keep them for audit purposes as well. So especially when they come before us for, budget time and they usually bring stuff, make sure that I have it to keep with the records.
The USDA Farm Service Agency review for basic allocations coming by August 31st.
And then the last two, so you receive them, but not read them.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't. Yeah. Here, we received a couple letters from Jill Colton. That's important. Where she moved a couple employees around in her office. Okay. We'll go down to new business, board appointment.
You say Gary Rice is set up for the next?
Gary is set up for the next one unless you're good to move forward with it.
Gary's been on there for forever.
Gary's been on there, yeah, he's been on there and also, Mr. Thorne.
Yes, Gary.
Oh, okay, that's.
Gary Thorne.
Gary, yeah, they sent a letter requesting for your policy
Yeah,
to waive the interview and resume portion.
Gary's good.
So he called me and was a little upset because he's never had to do it before. I'm like, well, it's just a new policy we have. We feel that to put people on boards that are paid, we need to really make sure they are qualified to do the job. And of course, he expressed to me how long, I forget what it was, how long he's been on the board. And I said, well, if you don't want to do a resume, submit your letter of request to be reappointed. And we'll evaluate, because there is a section that we can bypass that if we want to. And, so I'll make the motion, we bypass that section of resume and or interviews and reappoint Gary Thorne to the New Creek Public Service District.
And I'll second.
I agree. And then we have Tony Valley.
Gary,
Rice.
He's been on there for,
He's been on there for a while and that is a paid position as well. Is that right?
I think so.
yes, $50.
So I will make a motion that we bypass the section of interviews and or resumes and appoint Gary Rice to the public, Tony Valley Transit Authority.
And I'll second that also. Colby,
Oh, and I'll make a motion, reappoint Colby to the Ambulance Board.
I'll second that.
I agree.
Oh.
Roger, second.
Yeah, I'll second. Yeah, I think they need to be on there. You got anything on the courtroom?
Courtroom, yes. I got a hold of the newspaper this week, and we placed the ad to get bids for a general contractor to oversee the project. That will run 2 weeks. And then also, I think when she comes back on Friday, I think she is going to have a meeting. I think there's a holdup right now on where they can have court, jury versus just a judge court. There's been some discussion of, I think, different counties and possibly the Old Clerk's office. So I think there's gonna be another meeting on Friday about that. Yeah, that's where we're at with the courtroom.
Okay, good deal. Update on the health department,
I'm sorry. I've been questioned, where we are with ending the project. Due to all the paperwork, releasing the funds, releasing everything else. Do you know, does anybody know where we are with the punch list or where we are towards finalizing the project and what time frame?
My last update was that they're still working on a punch list.
I don't think there's very much on there, so I think they're getting down to the bare minimum, but I know the courthouse door was one of those items at the back on the punch list. And we actually got a quote from Evangelist, because we were okay on switching the door because the insurance is gonna help pay for that. But, we were worried about the scanner, and, Advantage called me yesterday and said that it would be 200 or less to move that from the other side
Oh, okay.
when they go to do the doors. I don't know how they proceeded with that.
That would be part of that little piece of project.
Yeah, but that's on the punch list. I don't think there's a whole lot left.
Because it's only a hole in that side of the family.
Could be covered up. That could be covered flavor or something.
And there's a lot of paperwork in the process of closing it out that's being held up. And it's still dragging on, so they're just concerned that we need to get something about this with mechanics needs and everything, so.
No, getting fair chance to finish up what they need to do. And that's door has been a problem.
I just wonder what point we're just gonna let the rest of that just, you know. We keep adding more to it than it keeps
Yeah.
going off, so.
Yeah, I think that's a discussion we need to have with Candace when she comes back.
I was just approached. So,
Understand.
Okay, the health department, they had closed down here a week or so ago for paving, but other than that, I don't know if the inside's done. I was hoping AJ would be here today, but he isn't, but, it was final update, but it should be getting,
yeah, cause I asked him if he had a date for the grand opening yet or anything. And he said, no, he does not. He said it's, no, it'll be a little bit not done yet, so that was.
yeah, it's very, very close. The paving's done, all that. So, update on those,
So the committee met, whenever we reviewed applications, we met with, some of those applicants for presentations on the 5th of June. There's a couple more we need to meet with that weren't available that day. So hopefully we'll have that in the next 2 weeks. By next meeting, I'll have some
How many
recommendations.
applications did you get?
4 or 5. I can't think off the top of my head.
okay, one update. Rick, you got anything on that? See, you was at both meetings.
I don't have any new information. The meeting here in Kaiser, I thought was reasonably well attended. There was, as reported in the federal paper, some confusion and some changes with regards to the process. Commissioner Staggs was there as well. Interveners with their process are not allowed to make public comment. So you were there as well.
Yeah, I was there.
And as a consequence, after some quick consultation, I decided to withdraw my intervener status.
Yeah.
The meeting over in Hampshire County was standing room only, to be quite honest here.
I didn't attend that one, but I was on Zoom today.
It was very full, and I'll have to admit that the participants were a little less civil with regards to, cheering and clapping and things like that, so. The Public Service Commission, they've got a tough job. There's no way they're gonna make a decision that's gonna make everybody happy, so at the end of the day, somebody's gonna be unhappy. I will say out of both sessions, there was only one person that spoke in support of it.
That was in Hampshire.
Correct. Out of Petersburg.
Oh, is that where they was from, Peter?
That's where they said they were from, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know where it was from.
There's not one through there.
I'm sorry.
It's not one through there. That's why they're in support of it.
This one is, but no, I got a phone call about another one.
Supportive.
No, another line going through, possibly going through Mineral County.
Well, I know Valley Link is potentially, the routes they're looking at, potentially gonna clip the southern end of Hampshire.
Well, First Energy contacted me here some time ago because it's going to be close to where I live. Hopefully it's not on the farm, because they're gonna get opposition to that.
And the issue here, it's an engineering problem, you know, we've got the national forest down there, Dolly Sods and all the rest of that, and they can't run the lines through there. So as you're trying to put transmission lines heading east and west and stuff like that, you know, it's gotta go around and it gets choked into a funnel that sends it to where we are.
They can't go through a national forest.
Yeah, there's some,
But they go through your property.
Oh, I agree, but but yet they can take our property. And they know where, you know how important the citizens is. Know where we stand.
yes, sir.
They should be able to use all existing pathways.
I agree.
Would add,
I agree too. Well, just like this Marl line, it's where they're planning to go through within a mile. This would make the fourth power line within a mile.
Yeah, and I have, for those that are fans of Tolkien, I have visions of Mordor. You know, and I don't like that vision, by the way. I do want to follow up on the testimony that wasn't testimony, comment that was made Thursday evening by the doctor, who says she's got some peer review studies with regards to, the adverse impact or effects, I guess, of electromagnetic radiation. I have searched high and low for a lot of that stuff. I have never found anything conclusive. So I want to follow up on that. Leave it at that.
Okay, thank you. Removal for the mold.
Yeah, we met again with Bob's Environmental after they had given us the first original quote to totally clean the area and do everything. That was 21,000. So we asked them to come back in and look things over again and tell us what they felt we could do ourselves in-house versus what they felt like was gonna be a bigger scope. I think their biggest concerns are with the closets where the HVAC systems are, because it sounds like they want to take the existing wall off, and they're worried about what's behind it when they go to do that. How we would handle that. Those were the two things that they felt were the biggest projects that needed to be done sooner than later, and that probably wouldn't be as easily done in-house. The quote on that was 7,000, just for the two closets,
Just for 2 closets.
just for the two.
We gotta get the mold out.
Yeah.
We don't have a choice.
I'd like to make a motion that we go ahead and start at least with that.
Yeah.
2 closets for 7,000.
I'll second that.
See where it ends up. What we need to do after that, at least get started.
Yeah, we gotta get the mold out.
Yeah.
It's got to go.
and you all have fixed the issue with the moisture coming in. If not, you're just going in circles, but
Where is the moisture coming in at? Have you guys?
It was,
that's what you need to focus on.
that was where the AC units, right?
I thought it was just from the AC units leaking or
And
Is it-
some coming from the back wall as well from the alley.
I'm not sure where it's coming. You mean on the ground? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They've had issues with that
They've
for
had issues.
30 years.
Yeah.
And if you don't fix the issue, like I said, you're just throwing money away because you're gonna be right back in the same situation.
talking about the wall that runs with the alley.
Yeah, on the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
So is that close to where these walls is?
That's part of it. Part of their issues in that, because they would say it would just grow on that wall all the time as well.
And the sun doesn't really get on the backside either.
And they built that alley up and, you still think it would drain, but I don't know.
Is it concrete walls on the back?
yeah.
That's what's doing
Yeah.
it. They need to be.
See,
Well, they did, shoot. Where I'm looking for. But anyway, they did paint those walls and seal them up. They did put, Hargem, that back wall.
They need to be tarred. Tarred paint.
That's what this Hargem They put up, or if it gets a crack in it, stuff. Yeah.
Like I said, it's, the blacktops have been built up. So that lower portion below the back, there's nothing there, it's just. I don't, be careful off over there.
Could be.
Be running down the wall.
That needs to be looked at.
It definitely needs to be looked at, or you're just throwing money away, just
Yeah.
put a Band-Aid on the issue.
Exactly. We need to take a look at that and see what needs to be done there.
All right, I rescind my motion until we.
Well, I mean, that's what needs to be done though.
We gotta fix these.
Yeah.
We gotta get that mold. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that mold.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll look at that back, so.
Okay, I'll make your motion that we go ahead and these get started,
Yeah.
tearing out the walls.
I'll second that.
$7,000, and then we'll take a look at the rest of it.
I'll second that. Who is doing that, by the way? Do you know?
Ball's environmentalist who we've been working.
Okay, that's who I thought it would be. I didn't know. And I don't think they're related to the bulbs and guys or anything. So, 250. 250 years. Well,
But I don't know, I was gonna keep this one here through July, in case there's anything update, any events or anything going on. I did see the bunting up, I did have the yard signs.
got it. I got it. Two big containers from the state last week. One of them had little stickers in them. Are there any of them left there?
I've never.
Little square ones, two different sizes, and they had a bunch of balloons, and I took them over, because we're not gonna have nothing prior to, so I took them over to Strawberry Festival and handed them, a lot of them out to the kids. I don't know if they used them all or not. And we got a capsule, and I gave it to Cody. I don't know if she wants to bury something out, but we'll run them in it for what. And then we also got a, it's not in the thing, we got a nice, banner. We need to, figure out where we wanna put that. Give me a minute, let me see if I can get it.
No, Candace had, go ahead, Candace had wanted me to get in touch with Felties and they were actually on vacations about a bigger banner for down there, so I guess we'll see what Roger has and see what he is doing.
And of course, I was telling Roger, we had the flags, he needed extra for, Memorial Day, he needed flags, but then, I have all those flags from election. So I thought July 4th weekend, we could actually put those around the lawn for the courthouse. For July 4th.
Oh, this is pretty neat. I thought. You get over here for a little bit of that's pretty neat.
That is cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
So we need to determine where we want to put it. Huh?
Put a mile.
I don't know if we have to put it here in the courthouse. It's up to. Where do you think we ought to put it? Oh,
I'd kind of like to hang on warrior.
it would be nice here. I'd like to have two of them, put one in the old courthouse, would have been neat.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Think about what you wanna do with this. And, we'll go from there. I don't know if, that red ball balloon, that stickers, no, I do not know. All right. And are they gonna do anything with that Route 50 that's coming, that thing, is it gonna be, do you know anything about that? I don't either.
Very little. That's a Delegate Howell
Oh, okay,
initiative.
all right. I don't know nothing about it.
It's a combination of many things that he's passionate about.
Okay,
But I don't know where they stand on progress on
I
that.
didn't know if they was gonna do something with that, with the 250 or not. 250.
Well, the intent is to try and get it accomplished for then.
Yeah,
I know there's various things that are starting to pop up. I realize July 4th is, less than a month away. There's various resources. I guess there's a Freedom truck coming around that's gonna be in various parking lots for a few days.
Are we gonna have anything in Mineral County?
That's what we need to keep up with. We don't want it to bypass us.
Right.
So we need to make sure we're involved. You want me to make contact with Gary and see what's going on?
Yeah. You do have, the whole year, in essence, a few people that I've interacted with regards to the thing. It's not a one-day event.
No, but I'm
Right.
saying, the 4th of July is a big thing.
It's the kickoff.
It's the kicker. Exactly. I didn't know if you planned on anything or not. That would be.
Well, we need to make sure that we're aware, and keep everybody else aware of any possible events that are going to happen this year. Because we want to make people involved.
So this year, Freedom Truck's gonna be in Romney right before July 1.
That's what I saw, that time frame, and it's challenging to find this information,
Yeah, it is.
to be honest.
It is.
I'll see what I can have for us for the next week.
All right, good deal. Thank you. Service agreement for the elevator.
The last meeting you had said to reach out to some other elevator companies and get some quotes. One of those got back with us, Shenandoah out of Winchester, and they said that the fact that Otis is who manufactures and installed our elevators, they make their own parts, they're kind of self-sufficient. That company backed completely away and said that because of that, they didn't want to be involved with the Otis product. We did have a Wright Elevator out of Pennsylvania. They did give us quotes. They gave us a $3,600 quote and an $8,100 quote, for bare minimums, I guess, versus more involved. And Otis's quote was right in the middle at 5,000. So somebody would need to review, I guess, and see exactly what all each of those quotes include and don't include.
Maybe that's still September, I think, to make this.
Yeah.
So that's,
Maybe we
maybe Candace to email us those quotes or get us those quotes. Just in case.
Items have been on the agenda for the last 2 meetings.
Yeah.
And the same conclusion, that she had spoken to other vendors and others had said they're not touching it because it's Otis's
That's,
equipment.
yeah.
They manufactured it, it's theirs.
Yeah.
So the number of them saying that,
It don't look good, but if it's right, did submit a bid, I'd like to look at it. I'd like to look at the bid, or Otis's bid, so.
but it's like, what walls are we gonna have to end up paying Otis to get access if then we go with this other company too? So we want something.
Let's just give it one more meeting and cancel up basically, so their alarms.
So we've had at least 4 other vendors that said they wouldn't touch it because it was Otis's.
All right. So we'll wait till she gets back on the elevator. A follow up on the discussion with Michael Barzell regarding grant writing.
Evidently, he pulled his request or his offer. He got a job or consulting job or something. That was the email that was sent out. Candace yesterday, the day before yesterday.
No, actually, I don't either.
So he has pulled his, I mean, let me just bring it up here. Give me a minute. There we go. Tammy sent this yesterday.
I did get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me give you. Unless you have it, Jason.
I do. 2 months ago, 2 months back, I replied for a consulting position. Unfortunately, I got it. I'll be able to volunteer my time in the county to travel.
Okay, so that kind of stops there.
Forget all the.
Commissioner Whitlock, would you mind repeating that?
Yeah.
Louise, I was interested in what you were saying and I lost it.
This is from Michael himself. 2 months back, I applied for a consulting position. Unfortunately, I got it. I will not be able to volunteer the time to the county due to travel and work requirements. Maybe in the future, once this assignment is complete, I'll volunteer again. Thanks for your time and consideration.
So I would imagine that probably applies to other places where he's offered his services as well, such as, and I see Mayor Mallon's on the line.
Yeah,
I don't wanna say anything there. All I'm saying is what he said to us as a county.
Sure.
What he's made with the cities or whatever is that. I will say that I did talk to our lawyer yesterday about him volunteering and what we needed to do to make it correct. And she gave me some advice on contract or release forms, that kind of thing. So, but we'll just keep that to ourselves, or well, not to ourselves, but put that in the folder and that can wait for the future.
Could be a future opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all we have under the old business. New business. Approved county fire protection funding.
These are the funds we get from the state. We get the funds for the all county fire protection. And then we get additional monies because we have levy in place. So we received the first check, and that was approved in December to distribute. The second check came in February, and there was a lot of stuff going on the agenda at that time, and we didn't make a motion to distribute the second check that came. So as you can see with the balance, we have 55,524.50 in the account right now. If we did a 5,000 to the 11 departments, that would leave 524.50 in the account. Okay. So with the 11, that would just leave the 524.50 in there. So I didn't know what your intentions were. What your thoughts?
Well, it's not doing the fire companies any good sitting in the account.
No,
So I'll make a motion, we distribute 5,000 to each of the 11 fire companies for a total of $55,000.
And I'll second it. No, agree.
we're doing a lot of hearing cleanup, so as we review some of the things that had.
along with that, or maybe we'll just wait till the end, but, and maybe on the next agenda, but there's still money left in the levy for the fire departments as well, right?
Right, well, we have the distribution and then, we'll have any excess funds.
And, but their last quarter hasn't been given out yet.
No, it's in the batch today.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay,
thanks.
removal of the X-ray machine. Sheriff?
Yeah, thank you again for the new one. I was asked to express the appreciation. And now we have this old one we need to get rid of. According to the manufacturer and the companies, there's no contamination issues at all unless the machine is up and running. So we can basically take to a salvage yard or do what we need to do. Just want to get the approval to get rid of the old machine so it's not sitting down there.
Can we sell it? Would anybody want it? That's my name.
You can get salvage fee.
That's
I don't know why anybody.
But it's not working. It's not
It's
It's not working where they can't fix it or nothing like that.
It's an outdated machine.
It's an outdated,
Yeah, I don't know who would buy it and repair it. I mean, the cost to repair that is nearly the cost of a new one,
Yeah.
so. But I just didn't want to get rid of it without your guys' permission.
We could get salvage value out of it and put it back in the bucket.
Well, I think, I have to ask Candace, but I think she's had the maintenance guys removing old metal and stuff from the property. We can just add that to that and have them take it with the next trip.
You just, they'll hear enough from what you guys want to do.
I'll make a motion, we just take it to salvage, the scrapyard, get a little bit out of us.
Okay.
That's second.
Thank you.
Continue to let Candace know if she needs manpower or whatever, or I can bring a trailer or throw it on there and I'll haul it down.
Okay.
request dedicated internet line for security.
That's the problem we've been having, big problem, having cameras. During a day, normal operations when on the county, internet, all the agencies are up and running. Anything on that drags that down, way down. And you have it to where we can run the cameras without having to worry about, we've got cameras that have 15-20 minute lag in them.
So you need a dedicated internet connection for that.
Dedicated
Just
to that, when we just had a server down. So I'm waiting to get the cost and the price of having a new server added to that, because we were running on apparently very old equipment. A lot of that stuff, I don't know. The previous companies that were in there and what they installed, whether it was supposed to be new or what, but the one that went down was one that was in the courthouse way back before the modeling was even done. So,
But this is just for the courthouse and for cameras.
yes. The dedicated line would supply both the annex and the courthouse.
It's through Comcast,
Probably.
Xfinity or whatever.
But I'm gonna have to get more update on this server and see what we're gonna have to do there, but.
So we need to get a quote and everything on that, right?
Sir,
Get a quote and everything on that, so it's, okay.
working on that,
Okay, good deal.
but to resolve that camera issue and be able, I think we have to add a few more cameras in the annex. Resolve the issue where we can have constant surveillance, it's gonna require that.
Are we good with cameras in the old courthouse?
I believe so.
Do you know how many cameras there's currently on there? That's okay. I know.
70,
Oh, wow.
How many?
probably 70.
So will one line do it?
Yes, one dedicated, when you don't have other people drawing from that service. And we have one dedicated for that, yes, it
And
would,
that's the only one we need a dedicated line for.
yes.
I'll make a motion, we move forward with the dedicated internet line for the court security cameras.
I'll second.
I agree.
All right,
Now, I'll have some quotes for not only the service as well as what equipment has went down. And I believe it was due to not only being old equipment, but also being down in I guess the basement of the courthouse and not having, those things generate a lot of heat.
Yeah.
So,
all right. You got our next thing is you're on here for a request for additional deputy and bailiff. I thought you was looking for deputies.
yeah, looking for two.
And your bailiff, you've never replaced the one that
Now,
that's gone left.
we were hoping to be able to use Jeff, but he's just become too busy. We can't dedicate him to, now he does help out in between, he sets his schedule. Where he can help out cover lunches and certain times when we are heavy on court with magistrate, family and circuit. But it's getting tough to do with the number of processes he got coming in to serve.
Well, I know you're under because you haven't replaced a couple of them.
One would make the difference.
Bailiff,
Yes, sir.
so I'm okay with replacing the bailiff.
Could go one down.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion. We approve the process of hiring a bailiff.
I'll second. And you're in the process of getting deputies.
Well, we had two from the previous test cycle that were on the list and one backed out, so we now only have one. Two deputies with a world of difference comes to the coverage and overtime.
Okay,
So we would have to like I say, right now, the current one that is still in this test cycle is completely through the process. He's psychological, polygraph, the only thing left is the physical, and the next date for the academy is in August.
Did you get them a spot? I think that's what we talked about last time, when it was going to get a spot for them.
Yes, yeah, we call down, they don't reserve them. So, well, once the positions are filled, so. But in order to basically, you can't reserve the slot without forwarding the paperwork to have them enrolled in the academy.
Okay.
To really ensure we have that slot, we need to send the paperwork to Charleston.
I'm still concerned about the money and hiring their deputy. I know it would be helpful.
But you got one that's going to the academy. Oh, he's not going either? I know the one back.
We haven't approved it.
You haven't approved it.
Yeah.
We're down,
When
definitely.
we hired Tuesday, he completed
Yeah,
he completed his
Yeah,
2 week sit-in.
Yeah,
He didn't have to go through the full academy.
but how many deputies are we down now?
Well, currently, we are, by the slots we have available, we're full. We'd have to create 2 additional positions for one.
Did you guys thoughts?
I just don't see how we have the money at this point to create 2 new positions.
And that's my feeling right now as well. Get this
See what-
one, get this
Get through
year.
this month and see what
If it
happens.
was rollover we had, but that's not looking good either with the jail bill.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll put that on hold till first of the month. First meeting in July. You got the oaths and certificates for the land book, social property. book?
Yes, Assessor Cosner submitted her, land, her oaths and certificates, and land books and personal property books. Can't say that.
Okay, oh, we have to sign this.
Yes.
Oh, we got it, yeah, we approved it.
So you need to make a motion to approve it and then sign.
I'll make a motion, we approve it.
I'm not worried about Jill's work. I'll second it. So. We'll get that in a minute. Okay. Approve the county clerk. Supplemental pay for election.
We already did that.
Can we wait till July? No, he's.
So, I'm gonna read this, and I'm one for not giving employees special compensation, because all of our employees are, well, we just have wonderful employees in this county. However, I do have an employee that, I'm gonna read this. I am requesting a temporary supplement for Vicky Haggerty for doing all of the election work and until election clerk is hired. She has gone above and beyond during the move, in the past election, during the move, she helped pack, haul, and unpack all the boxes. Moving and lifting heavy things that were beyond what was expected. She processed, the election wouldn't have happened without Vicky, because she processed over 1,000 voters with changes, new voters, DMV voters, online voters. She helped me mail out all the letters to the change of precincts. We had the NCOA cards. She would stay early, come in early, stay late. She took work home. She helped me with all the voting machines, lifting the voting machines, moving them down the hall, bringing them back, moving them down the hall and back. And all of this while keeping up with her regular jobs, which she's currently doing two other positions. And all the other tasks that come with the county clerk's office. So with that, I am asking a $2 on the hour supplement until an election clerk is hired. And with that, I'd also ask that it be backdated to January when all of this work was dumped on her. And by dumped on her, I mean, there's only so much we can do. And the election's gonna happen. And it has to be done. And she took that task on to ensure that it was done. And like I said, it was the workload in my office is already steady. We don't get downtime, it's continuous. And, she did all of this other work along with the current workload that she was already expected to carry. And in some weeks, the recording stats could be this high of all the deeds of trust, releasing and processing that. So that's what I'm proposing, that's what I'm asking. Like I said, I could not have gotten through this election without Vicky's help. And for that, I think it should be compensated.
You got it. You got it.
Yes, I do,
You got it.
because I have actually 2 vacancies in my office.
Yeah, I know you.
I have 2 vacancies and she is filling both of those vacancies. She is doing the work of 3 people right now. So there is money in my budget.
Okay,
I make a motion that we compensate Vicky back pay January to today,
I'll second.
$2 on the hour.
$2 an hour.
I'll second. Agreed. All right. Your coal and, general county and coal budget revision.
Okay, this was very time consuming. There was a lot of things that we were already short on and looking at. I'm going to skip over the top portion. I want to come to the bottom, then we'll go look at the top. I went through the entire budget. We do have a lot of adjustments to make yet, maybe some revenues that hit the wrong line item, expenditures that hit the wrong line item. We're still working on that, but beyond that, the first one, 408, we still have, some funds in that, but, we will usually, the last week of June, we get hit with that invoice. And right now there are no current funds in there. I'm sorry, let me give you these. 2 other things. Here's a revenue. Big one. And here's expenditures. You can follow along. To see where we actually are. So right now there's $5,277 remaining in 408, and we will probably get could possibly get up to a even $25,000 invoice from the state for the network here at the end of the fiscal year. They hit us last year. We received the invoice the second to last day of the year. So I'm just asking for 20,000 in that line item. In 417, county coordinator, that was because Luke's salary was actually split and Candace's and Tammy's are both coming completely out of 417. So we needed to add $29,000 to cover the salaries in 417. 439 was planning. I'm not sure where we came along with an issue in there. They did have some fuel costs and some material supplies costs, but it looks like even to make payroll, we're gonna need the 3,300 in there just to ensure we even have enough for payroll and planning, so that department line is not over. 443, that $90,909, that was the EMS equipment funding grant. You'll see that in the amount up above. So we do need to increase that 443 line item to issue those checks for the EMS grant. 700, law enforcement. We'll need probably at least 100,000 in that line item, just to even cover salaries and overtime and any other fuel and any other material and supplies that are gonna be needed. 701 process server, again, this was actually some auto cost that was unexpected out of that line item, is gonna make that line item short by $3,000. Regional jail. So there's enough in there for regional jail to cover this particular invoice, just enough, but then we'll also have the June invoice, and there's no funds in there to cover the June invoice. I'm hoping it's under 60,000 for the June invoice. By this invoice, I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough. So I'm asking for 60,000 in regional jail to cover us this year. 715, when we set up those, that line item for the salaries, that was an estimate, and it looks like we're just gonna need 8,000 to ensure that we have enough funds for the salaries and ambulance authority. Dog. There was a lot of extra cost in dogs, there was an increase in salaries. There was $16,000 in part-time help, when she was by herself, a little bit more overtime than usual. And some extra costs with material and supplies, and I'm not sure how it got so far beyond, because she does not spend anything she doesn't need, and it's not abused. But we're gonna need 32,000 in dog. And then Parks and Recreation, which is a good thing, that we need to add 35,000 in both of those. It was because we exceeded what we expected in hotel motel. So what we receive above in 309, we split between hotel motel, for visitors and Parks and Recs. So up above, I increased the property tax, 304. We received over 150,000 more than what was projected. They have changed the distribution on that, which helped a lot. 309 was the hotel motel that is split between parks and travel. 322 was an increase in federal grant amounts that we received this year. And then 323 are the additional funds, the 90,909 for the EMS grants, and then additional grants for 151,000. Any questions, clarification, comments?
We're up in 416,000, right?
Yes.
People better start watching their money.
Mhm.
I don't know how long we want, I don't know what, you don't know what carrier. Either.
No.
Might have to still continue making bets. Where exactly, I don't know.
Good guys. This one, I don't really have much of a choice. Very,
I could see that the increase comes in to cover. Expenditures, but still.
Yeah, because you don't, for audit purposes and auditor, they look at the bottom line on the fund, they do look at the line items, but, we do get wrote up if we are over in the fund itself. We were over, and I think 3 funds last year, and truthfully, in looking at this, I'm not guaranteeing you that we're not gonna be over in some of the other funds, in these funds even. I might not have projected the correct amount if there was expenditures I'm not aware of.
It could also be under. Possible.
Well, no, we're not gonna be under.
There could be.
We'll be even, or, we may have a couple that's over, and I'm not sure with the revenue line items, I know with expenditures, they look at the amount in that particular department is not over. With the revenues, I'm not sure if you need to make sure you're budgeted for, every line that you receive revenue. And that was something I would like to call, the state on and confirm, and if so, I'd actually have to adjust this budget request. Did not, let's say, it was sale of, let's see. Sale of fixed assets. We received 56,000, this was, the items that were sold on gov.gov, the vehicles, the guns, or not the guns, the trailer. That was under 384. And that, we did not have anything budgeted for that. And then also 375, sale of materials. That was the guns and the scrap metal and our yard sale. That we had $12,447 come in there, but we didn't have anything budgeted. So, I'm not sure if that's something that the state looks at as well, in which case I would have to increase our revenues on that as well.
The one question I have on the dog warden's report. She has in here, wanting that through leash law, pickup fees, court costs, fines. Looks like she brought in $2,400 for the month.
Some of it goes in general county, some of it goes in dog fund.
Okay.
So it depends on how it's broke out. But then also, this is her budget, what she brings in goes right into the general county pot. And if you look at, see, most of hers would be under. What is her revenue center? Yeah, most of them might go into dog. Unless some of hers come in with charges for services, or that might all just be what goes into the dog fund.
Now, I'll make a motion to approve the budget, revision. Council.
And that, would that include that if the state advises that I do have to increase those items, that I can make that adjustment as well then?
Yeah, after you got it.
Actually, on that too, I had general county coal and department budget revisions. I did not, I looked at coal, I didn't see where I needed to do a budget revision for coal. And, the departments, there's over in some line items, but they're just gonna leave them like they are. Today is the deadline to make budget revisions with the state. Well, not today, today's meeting, because the 15th is the deadline to submit to the state.
We need to start watching the next one, nickels and dimes and quarters, right?
Yes, sir.
We're good there.
Yes, sir.
All right, discuss approved MOU for Chase Cole. The reimbursement. And facility.
Do we have that? No?
Yes.
Oh. I did.
Well, this is for Jordan, right?
That way.
That's the perfect timing.
We missed.
We're discussing the MOU for the Chase card for reimbursement from the ambulance authority.
Reimbursement from ambulance.
All this is for the ambulance, not the sheriff. Yeah, that's the,
There should be.
whatever the whatever that amount was that came to when they go to spend for equipment.
Oh, they're talking about the 70-30 split. That's
Yeah.
not really anything pertaining to us specifically. We purchased equipment, as well as the other 9 agencies.
So we need to. approve
It just
that.
hasn't, yeah, so
They have
just
not
the
received their
reimbursement.
reimbursement yet.
No,
That's what this is for, just to make sure that.
yeah, that was the budget revision for 443. That we are to put that 90,000 in, and we have, but right now, and looking at what was submitted. Out of the
Yeah.
90,000, like only 35,000 of it's been requested, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be giving 50-some thousand back to the state.
That would probably just be a discussion with the other department or the other agencies that haven't submitted. If they're not going to, but I know I had been approached by several of the other agencies that had. Put their requests back in if they were just looking for a time frame.
No, they're in here to go out this week.
Yeah, so this is for the ambulance authority to reimburse the county.
Correct.
Yeah.
You really will.
So,
For those, that, those salary.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well,
Because we-
we're already doing,
Yeah.
we're already doing, I guess this just makes it official.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I haven't seen it. I didn't know.
Sorry, there was a
We're all at a
communication.
loss on this one.
That's the way I took it.
Okay.
Give that comments.
And I have done the reimbursements through April, have been submitted. So,
Okay, honestly, if we can, I'd like to put that off until the next meeting and read this and think about it a little bit.
Okay.
yeah, we were kind of all.
A little confused because we're already doing it.
Yeah, I'm a little confused, so I would like to,
Okay, we'll hold off on that.
I would like to make a motion to table this till the next meeting. Let's get a copy of it and you make copies for us.
But make sure Candace is there.
Yeah, I don't think it's an urgent time frame.
So we'll delay that until the next, wait till Dutchie's back or put a new change. New hire.
But they're matching everything and keeping. Yeah, just email that to you all, around.
See my head. I struggle looking through yours.
75 emails the other day.
I know it.
It took me an hour to go through them and
I had,
email.
you know what my mistake was? I had my phone turned on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I know it kept going off. It's crazy. Okay, so we're down now to approve the new case code, hire for the case code.
Okay.
But you, so per diem drivers.
Yeah, I'd submitted everything to Candace, but well, I can just recount them here. Brianna Wolf. Going to us with 17 years of ALS experience. She's a national and state instructor. She's also a Middle Growth paramedic. Christopher Green, 30-year paramedic, state instructor. And then Alexander McLemore, he's actually in medical school at WVU.
So there's three of them.
There are three,
Three.
correct.
So McLemore's first name,
Alexander.
And this is to help with the covering the chase car when you or Craig can't be there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming into summer, we have vacations. Jordan's time was limited, requested position with his other two positions. I have a couple other employees that have some family or personal medical issues, so it's just general coverage time. It's not adding any extra hours to par, it's just simply supplementing when people get it.
I'm just giving you people to fill in the spots, fill in holes.
Yeah, I move we approve the new hire for the chase code.
I'll second that.
I agree.
Okay. Call the duct work, vote on the mini splits in the server.
We did get a quote from him. Looks like it's gonna be $7,550.
Say that again, please, 7,000.
$7,550.
To this mini split, the server room, or if you all don't know, does generate a lot of heat and the unit that supplies that room is does supply other rooms too, and there's a thermostat in there, there's no, this room, the server room really needs to be on its own AC unit, or heat and air control. I think that's a decent price. There's our other options I did look into, buying one of the DIY mini splits and putting it in ourselves, the mini split price I got. It's verbal, it was no quote, that just when I talked to Keith up at Cannons, like $2,200 just for the unit. And they are rather simple to put in, I need to look at the electric, see how hard it'd be to get electric to it. That would be the only issue is getting electric. Of course with Carl, he's doing the electric and everything, so I'd like to look into this a little more, we have time. I think right now it's doing okay. When we get in the winter time, ironically, when we get in the winter time, that's when we're really gonna run into an issue because it's gonna generate heat and the unit for the other rooms is gonna be generating heat, and I think that's when it gets overheated.
Also, the server room needs to have its own backup power and all that other stuff as well. There's a redundancy, I guess.
Does this come with backup power?
No, I don't know, but
Oh, you're talking about like the
Just the-
server and everything itself.
just in general, so it should have its own AC unit. They have overheating issues. Guess I'll turn off the AC for the rest of the day. Yeah, we can hold off.
Oh, yeah, I like to look at them. Okay.
Okay, so we carried over. All right, the DNR renewal release the room.
We had gotten, an email from the DNR about this. Evidently, they must initiate it each time and somehow they overlooked it. They said this should have been done in 2024. And that it's actually good for 25 years. We had originally signed it in 2009, but there is copy of,
They have.
they have one in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
My question is, can we do one a year at a time?
It's 25 years.
I know, but I don't think we're allowed to do at least beyond a year.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And the last lease wasn't for 25.
It was signed in 2009. And it looks like it was good.
It was a 15-year lease, the last one, so they're asking for 10 additional years to 25, but I don't know, can we do a lease beyond a year?
Well, no. We may need to research that as well.
Did you all had a chance to look over those?
No,
Yeah.
I did not.
So maybe we should carry that over, give everybody time to look in that, because let's say, since it's a state agency, I didn't know if the year limit was applied to them. And then 25 years for long term.
that's, yeah, we'll hold that over.
Okay. First, any turn renewal lease for the current company.
He Price, he supplied a letter here stating, that he wishes to stay with, is it? OCF, I don't know how you say it, but, he reviewed several options, several companies, got prices, comparable, and he felt to stay with the current company he had, but he does need to renew, and he's also asking, and reviewing the agreements to actually get 2 units less than what he was paying for his single unit now.
Only lower than what they was previously saying for a single front.
And supposedly the ink cost will be slightly reduced as well. He's just asking approval to move forward with renewing the lease.
This is for 5 years. 63 months.
Did not look at, I just,
Is that what we've done that with?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, it will 3 months.
So can we do more than a year? I guess this.
usually, my leases on my copiers, I usually do 5-year leases, so, I'm not sure what the difference in it.
Well, I mean, we do leases on vehicles and stuff too,
Yeah.
for longer, but those leases were paid,
Right.
whereas the land lease or the DNR lease were actually, well, $1 a year, but still were, yeah.
But if I understand the code right, which it could be totally wrong, you're not allowed to allocate money for next year's budget without having the budget. That's just me and my simple thing. So,
Well, I guess we need to refer with somebody
I
then.
don't know, I just. It was brought up in one of the audit meetings that we went to.
The proposal will expire 30 days from the date created, and it was created,
But if that's the case, then why are we listening?
So that was my question that I asked. I don't understand it.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't to me either. And again, I could be interpreting it wrong.
no, that's the way I take it too, you can't aggregate funds into another year.
So was this created June 4th then?
That's the date he signed it, so if we go by that, I guess at the next meeting. So we can leave it Monday.
Yeah, let's get some, I'd like to get some clarification on it. Or,
The, that, who wants that? We should call it an executive session. Yeah.
Is that Candace? Or,
Do you know who's calling?
I think-
executive session.
Yeah.
You know, Joe, you can call for you. Oh, Joe did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did?
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Stuff under.
Would be a while, Joe. So you're gonna be a while in this?
He said that then an hour ago.
That's because they keep.
I'll make a motion to go to executive session.
I'm sure take long.
I think a motion will go into executive session. I'll second.
Oh, he, Doug made the motion.
Yeah, all right. I seconded it.
Okay.
You guys anticipate coming back to do much more?
No,
What was you talking about? There was some stuff.
I don't,
Yeah.
other than the bills and.
So we're gonna
reports. There's not really, unless, do we have to take action? We come back?
We still have reports and I still have some miscellaneous stuff, but
So you just.
so we can do this.
We won't be in here. Or you just share it.
Yeah.
Sure, it's a.
Yeah, right here.
What-
Second that.
Okay, no action taken. So that's the end of that. Now we're gonna have our coordinator's report since she's not here. Do you have anything?
No.
Okay,
Miscellaneous, I have some miscellaneous stuff.
Hmm?
I said I have some miscellaneous stuff.
oh, okay.
So I should have actually done this with the budget revision. So I've got a lot of year-end stuff to do. A lot of billing to agencies for salaries and so forth. But I have two that I need approval or comments on. Of course, with master fund, we always look at what's in there. We don't bill them per month for rent. So we don't cut them short. We just bill them at the end of the year for the rent. So that'll be 13,000 for this year instead of master fund. Now, every year, because the home confinement officer is paid out of general county, there's generally a reimbursement that's done from home confinement to general county to cover a portion of that salary. I didn't know how much you wanted to do this year, 10, 15, 20. What's your thoughts? I'm thinking around 15 from what's in the account and what they're gonna need.
So that decision had to be made today.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of doing year-end cleanup, so.
Okay.
They're bringing in around 3 to 4 a month right now. It is pretty active.
All right. I'll make a motion, we approve that.
I'll second.
Okay, and the other one is Parks and Recreation. We do bill them, of course, Mr. Teets left in December, but we hadn't billed him yet for July to December for the supplement that they were giving Mr. Teets that we invoice every year for. So that was a little over $1,000. But then we generally do, again, because the Parks and Recs employees paid out of general county. Technically, you have 2 employees that are under Parks and Recreation. We've done 10,000 in the past. What are your wishes for this year?
Yeah, but they're not overly gifted with money either. No, they're not. I'll second.
Okay.
I agree.
And then one other odd thing, I did get a request yesterday from Burlington Fire Department. They are applying, I remember what he's applying for. They're applying for funding and reporting, and they need a letter. It says the responsible county commission, statutory ambulance authority, or other statutory entity charged with the responsibility for providing the service formally recognizes the agency as part of the local EMS system and provides sufficient resources to support, submit documentation to support. So they were requesting a letter from the commission, more or less stating that Burlington Volunteer Fire Department is part of the local EMS system in the county.
But they own their own vehicle, right?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
But, I mean, no, they bought, it's not part of the ambulance authority, they
It's
bought.
not part of the
No.
ambulance authority, but that, just that they're part of the local
They
EMS
do have an ambulance there, that is part of the.
in the county.
Okay,
Yeah. It's both, really, when you look at it.
okay.
It's just a letter confirming that they are in the county and.
Yes. So and this sounds like there's been a letter that's been done years before, but I haven't done that letter. I didn't know if that was a letter that Luke had previously did, if he has maybe something in his files with Candace when she gets back, maybe.
Okay.
Look up for Candy.
Any motion for that, dude?
I guess, yeah.
I'll make a motion, we'll write the letter.
Yeah, I'll second it.
I agree.
Tammy, can you relay that to Candace?
I sure can. I'll forward that email. Okay. I think that's all the odd stuff. We're just, like I said, we're doing a lot of year-end stuff, so, we're always on a pinch schedule at this time.
I'm sure.
It's our last commission meeting. We had a meeting on Wednesday, the 27th, to confirm everything for the last commission. Let's see. The June 7th through the 9th, is at the County Commission Association down in Stonewall. Several phone calls, which we just talked about, most of them. The fire levy, which is in the thing, EMS reimbursement for their equipment. Then let's see, just some things that we need to be considering, for next year is, our computer upgrades that we need to start budgeting towards. We also need to budget towards the website, being upgraded to ADA compliant. And then the last thing is Dutch was nominated to be president of the County Commission Association this past weekend down in Stonewall. So congratulations to Dutch. I don't know what he opened himself up to, but congratulations to him. Thank you. Yeah. That's all I have. Oh,
Go ahead.
just one last, personal note, I'm having eye problems. So I'm seeing specialists and things, and people would just keep that in mind as we're and praying and stuff, and as I'm reading through things get blurry as I'm reading them, so. Yeah, I will keep people posted, but I just appreciate people's prayers.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was at that special meeting too, all three of us were there on 27th. I attended the dance thing up there at Pastor High School, somewhere for that. I attended the next year meeting at the Church of the Art Center, this Moral Line, rather, I should say. And I also attended the one in Hampshire County on Zoom. I sat there and listened to that. People was extremely unhappy. I was at Region 8 Planning and Development signings. And I asked Cody to come over because I spent a lot of time up at the Strawberry Fest, and not only festival, but not only that, but I got a lot of compliments from people saying how good of a thing it was. And I wanted to thank Cody personally for that, because I spent a lot of time and effort in there, but it was really nice. 131, I think you said, vendors. And I also would like to extend a thank you to the Grace United Methodist Church. They done something I didn't realize they was there. They had a tent set up for mothers who wanted to change their, I'm just gonna say it the way it is, diapers for their little ones, changing station. I thought that was pretty neat. Mike Ryan and his wife was there, and a couple others supporting that, and I thought that was really good. I never thought of something like that, but
For nursing mothers too.
for nursing mothers and everything, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty nice too. Nice tent closed in,
Yeah,
mother or a parent could take a baby in there and be private. So I thought that was really nice too. I've never seen anything like that before. That was really good. Yeah.
so, but I did want to thank Cody for her effort and work she's put into that, because it was one of the best. I heard a lot of very good compliments about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
The street was packed.
the packed,
Yeah.
it was packed, the whole place was, so. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. You got anything to add?
I do not.
Sorry,
it's right
you got good work.
Yeah.
The next, what's the next thing coming up, by the way? As far as you know?
It depends on the city, if we do help with the city events, if not, it'll be Christmas.
It'll be the Frosty Fest. And that's grown too, isn't it? That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
The city events, what might be next?
Fishing radio and Trick or Treat.
What's a fishing?
Where we were changing the date, I was working on it with Teddy, so now we don't know.
Thank you, Cody.
Yep.
Thank you. I thought it'd be good to Grace now, so.
Yes.
She done.
It was, the weather was
Oh,
great for the end.
it's hot. It's hot.
It was hot, but
Okay, Doug.
All right, so the last commission meeting, I was on by Zoom, but, I didn't give my report, so I need to go back to, maybe, I have everything written down here, I think, I'll just go back to you.
okay, awesome.
All right, so since the May 14th commission meeting, the 18th, I was on canvas. 21st of May, I met Alan Moreland, presenting with the opioid check for second part of his disbursement, and I had a nice conversation with him about how well, what all TMP is doing, and TPM, not TMP, I spelled that wrong.
What is
Travis Philip Moreland Foundation. And, but, I had to talk with him about how things was going. May 21st to 22nd, I was at the WB Court meeting in Roanoke, Virginia. May 24th was at Frankfurt High School and Kaiser High School graduation. I want to thank the fellow commissioners again for allowing me to read that proclamation at Frankfurt High School. May 26th was our commission meeting by Zoom. I was on there by Zoom, and then the 27th, I was in here for that part. Also on the 27th, there's a NACO Northeast Region Zoom meeting. May 28th, we had a Mineral County First meeting to review applicants. Report that the public comment hearing for online. June 5th, Mineral County First meeting, we met the applicants to be presented. June 6th was a very busy day for me. I was at the Strawberry Festival and added the comments about Roger. It was very set up very well. I'd sent a text to Cody that day, how well it was set up. Also went to a surprise birthday party for Rick Hillenbrand, and I was at the Fort Ashby Gun Bash. So that was a busy day, driving all over the place. June 7th through 9th, I was at the County Commission Association Annual Conference. And also on the 8th, on Monday, while I was at the conference during our lunch break, I was on a CBB meeting by Zoom. So that's all that I have, along with, many phone calls and discussions about just about everything going on in the county. Hey, been a busy few weeks.
We have, I've been working, of course, a lot on the year-end financials. Like I said, there are some revenues that hit the wrong line items that, we'll be correcting those, and expenditures that hit the wrong line items. But very, very minor issues, to address. And then hopefully we'll have a better idea at the next meeting. I'll run through financials for you.
Our next commission meetings are pretty much lined up where they're supposed to be until we make it to Thanksgiving, correct?
Yes.
I think so. I think so. That's why I just want to double check.
June 23rd is the next commission meeting.
June 23rd, yes.
Okay, August meeting, first meeting in August. I'll try to get on by Zoom. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll be on vacation. Probably be out in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah, I may be missing a meeting as well. I don't know yet, so. Vacation. Also in the stack, I have a purchase order. Printers, it's been weak printers. The main printer we use in the front office, Friday just died. It just said enough. Turns out it's a 2014. And the thing of, this year alone has probably run 70,000 pages through it. All the election and stuff.
That's just for one of our commission meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like it. But, of course, these printers are pricey, but they do last. Kim's printer also has been an issue, and, so. They're good printers though. We get the full size, with the additional trays. It's got the manual feed, the letter size and legal size, because we use multiple trays.
It scans up the user kit.
That's for the one Kim had. When she prints, it duplicates the information from the previous page over and over and over again. So you can't read the top probably 2 inches of the report. It's just smeared ink.
This will also scan and all that stuff.
No, these are just printers.
Just print.
These are just printers. They use the Xerox for all that.
Okay.
Well, I'm tickled to death. This is any vehicle got this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I didn't bother putting it in the bag. I just brought the whole tote.
I see them. I just had it.
Quarterly distributions are in here. There's some election. There's year-end cleanup in here. We also have the P card for this month. There's a couple loose bills that aren't in jackets, so you just initial the bottom of those. And then the issue with. I'm gonna have to say the vendor, sorry. The issue with P3, we have some old invoices from P3, from March of 25. Unfortunately, there's not clear confirmation as to who did what work. They have outstanding invoices in which they said they did confirm they did that portion of the job. There is not clear confirmation on our end to confirm it or deny it. So we have some else. This one here's a small one, it's only $1,248 compared to some of the others that,
They didn't finish the job.
well, they're saying they completed this portion. We will check with Advantage. And as Frank's regulation, this was prior to Advantage taking it over. So he doesn't think it was part of what Advantage completed.
Advantage thinks it's not part of work they
They
did?
don't think it was part of what they did. And I know we had a lot of issues with that. I think there was one, Tara had a sizable one, and I don't know. I hate to call it during the meeting, but it's the best way to picture, sorry.
Yeah, well,
Like this. Thing for town. For $3,270, there's no.
Hey, Karen, sorry for calling smart like this. That invoice for me, three, did you change the check in and?
what vehicle was this for?
I don't even know what Ford they got.
Yeah.
It's not one of the sheriffs, is it?
I think they have a Ford. 2007, but there's no details.
I don't know nothing about that.
So that's not a valid bill on your end.
We need to find out about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that 100%.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna give, maybe I'll tell you too. Look at that, what vehicle is that too?
Okay,
There's
we're just in
nothing-
a commission meeting, I was just trying to confirm, I knew you had one of the invoices too. Okay, right, thank you, ma'am, right. Okay, so Tara's bill is not a valid bill, so that one's not questioned, but this one here was prior to Advantage.
Is this the last payment for her bill?
The 161,
No, 456.
no, there's another one,
There's one more coming,
161,
the
yeah.
final.
That was payout 26.
Okay.
That one's already been approved and out. Payout 27 was for 161,000. That is the final. We are holding that one until
Yeah.
they say the project is.
You do think about it? Where it came from, or who it's for, or?
Well, it just came in the mail yesterday, so assuming that they would have provided the actual invoice, hold on. But there might be a
We have any
actual
Fords?
detail.
Yeah, that's how it's like.
Do we have Fords?
Yeah.
What, who's got Fords?
I think Jill's got one, right?
Yeah.
It's
What's,
hard, That's a Ford.
Well,
one have?
that one, the truck that Jordan runs is,
That is a Ford, that's right, that is, I forgot about that.
And
Yeah, we only pay detail invoicing,
the
so.
Expedition out here is a Ford.
And then the West Virginia News, that's 8,000.
That is the delinquent list. That's the sheriff's tax office delinquent list.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That forward came out of this bundle.
All that's already in detail and to the side. We were just trying to get all the bills ready yesterday.
I'm just looking around here now, I wouldn't think right now. They do that.
Yeah, we got a lot of things floating around. That's why we can keep a complete inventory list with the West Virginia court.
I think he's initialed all the others for just that problem.
Okay, this is the equipment reimbursement.
EMS, yeah. Yeah, cause wasn't sure what department, how we were, line item we were gonna use for those. In reviewing chart of accounts, we went ahead and went with 443. As that is, general government, state grants. And we'll have all those checks cut this week as well.
Yeah, I've been asked about them, sorry, I've been asked about them.
These $200 ones are for use of the buildings for the election.
Yes, yes. Yeah, cause those funds have to be spent by June 30th. And like I said, out of the 90,000, so far, there's only been like 3,500 submitted. 35,000, excuse me, 35,000 submitted. I hope some of the other departments submit some. On that note, I'm probably stirring the pot here, but I'm gonna ask. They were each allotted, you took the funds that were available and you divided it by the departments, which I think was $9,085, something like that. That was their limit. If one department I know had submitted, it was their, it's then split 70-30. And their portion was like about $300 to $500 more over the max.
One was, I see.
Yeah, if nobody else submits, if these other departments don't submit, and there's 50,000 that we're gonna turn back over to the state. Do you want to approve a larger amount for that department if it exceeded it?
If nobody else submits.
If nobody else submits? Like I said, I'm probably stirring the pot, sorry, but if the money's gonna go back,
We're just
they've already submitted.
we're just gonna hear from you.
Well, then those departments should have submitted too. So what did you determine with P3? For this particular bill?
If it can be verified through Advantage and P3 that
That's the problem, it can't be really 100% be verified.
you said Advantage felt that it wasn't,
Well-
that they,
I should have sent out the tables. They said it was prior to them.
that was part of the issue. P3 didn't do certain things and then Advantage come on board, so.
We're giving out these contributions, in this. Next year, they'll have to submit the receipts, right?
Yes.
Also be for the levy, for the fire and
I
EMS.
understand everything.
2 hours later. 2 hours later than thought, that's, doesn't make any comments, but. 1 hour you go. Didn't want me,
Time of year, I guess.
it never was that high, it's been, when I first came in, we had that high.
I remember it being 98 one year.
I know, I was 4 hours here.
$98,000 for the month.
How much?
98,000.
What they said,
For one month.
the jail bill? Yeah, oh, if it starts going, you're going to, it's gonna shock you.
What do you, when we owed over $1 million, what do
We
you
owe,
think?
we owe 962,000. 11 years ago, we owed $962,000.
That's when we were holding other bills so we could make payroll each month.
Yes, I remember, that's what it was when I come in, I remember that.
And that's by not having money in rainy day to cover you, if something like that happens, we have no backup. We have 1.6 in rainy day, which is nothing, because we can easily write $600,000, $800,000 a month in bills. So that would last us like a month or two.
2 months.
I did talk to the bank about the interest on some of these funds. Why some of the funds are not drawing any interest at all. And while we are not receiving any interest on the rainy day, for 2 years, rainy day has not gained a penny of interest.
You got it through. I thought we put it in CD.
Well, I don't know where the interest is going, I don't know where the rest, because it's not going into rainy day,
Is he going in?
I don't know, I've inquired.
What bank we got that through again?
First United.
First United, that's what I thought.
But the CDs are through Cetera.
Yeah.
What's the interest rate?
I don't know, I haven't seen any interest, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, there was several
I said,
different
well,
CDs that we've gotten in interest, but we don't know where the interest is going.
and I asked, actually Luke was still here when I inquired. And he had passed the word to Annette, I believe. I have no idea where they put any of this so-called interest, because we have not gained a penny in 2 years. 1.6 million on our side of the bank. So I don't know where this money is going, but
We should, that should have showed up a year ago.
yeah, and that's why I've been inquiring. There's also some other funds like special ops that is not gaining any interest at all, and I asked about why these funds are not gaining interest. Some of the others, like opioid, is wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, the interest on it, yeah,
1,500, 2,000 every month.
yeah, it's good interest, so, they're looking into, all of the funds, because they all should be gaining good interest.
Can I ask a question? The jail bell. Why do we pay out of county?
It depends on if another county is picking up, somebody on one of our warrants, then it's our bill, I believe, is how that is. So if Hampshire County picks up one of our people, then it's our bill. But I'm not sure, there's some other, they just read off some of them. It's like, are all those ours, you know? And we make copies of the jail bill and we send it to the prosecutor's office, the magistrates, the judges, the, sheriff. They look over it and everybody's supposed to go over them and say, you know, is this even our person? If it's not, then they, contact the people at West Virginia Corrections and Rehab. They look at that and determine if we get a credit back. But now other counties are doing that too, so every once in a while, we get a debit from somebody else's that was on their jail bill that was actually one of ours. But it's important that they look at that to determine, are in fact, each of these individuals are dead. But like Raja keeps pointing out, we are still paying for the cities.
We're paying for all, we're paying for
State,
everybody to
college.
stay in the county mineral.
DNR, yeah.
Did you see where, they didn't mention Mineral County, but did you see on the NBC News where we made the news?
Yeah.
We made the news. Chris sent a nationwide, alert out for a man that had two little girls. See that? On NBC News?
I saw some,
That come through Mineral County. Everybody don't know that. Chris is the one that put that out and they caught him in Vermont, trying to get into, Canada. They got him. And they sent, two guys up. Are they back yet? You wonder? They had to send two guys up to Vermont to bring the guy back.
I saw.
So these two little girls though it was awful the way they was being treated. They shouldn't have brought him back. They should have took a side route up there and left him someplace. I'm telling you, the way they abuse these kids, there's no sense in this. Ridiculous. If you ever knew what goes on with these little kids. Sad. It's very disturbing. I don't know when it was on NBC News. I'm not sure when it was last week.
That
wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't long ago at all.
That's the one thing.
And that's
For the building.
Mineral County was the one.
Well, we were switched over to USDA.
They didn't mention Mineral County, I don't think, on the news, did they?
We have to submit
I don't
the
think
money
they did.
for
They
general
just mentioned
county
West
to
Virginia.
the Building commission, and the
But
building.
you know, there was
commission-
another mention, something about Mineral County, but I can't
It wouldn't be
remember
the
what it was.
USDA.
Had it count.
Hmm.
Didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess maybe then the ones that originated automatic withdrawal, I mean, we have to supply the funds.
You want us just to initial these?
Yes, just down the bottom, sir. Well, that's the one that's in question.
Good question. That's what I was going to say. That's,
If you'd like, I can get with B3 and have them send us any outstanding invoices and we can look at all of them at the same time.
So this should catch us up with all the EMS and fire and reimbursements once these checks go out for the end of the year.
Yeah, because it's the quarterly contributions, and then I got approval today for the all county, so those aren't jacketed up yet. Those will have today's date on them to go out too. And then the quarterly contributions for fire and EMS equipment and all. We also have the two reimbursements for the financial reviews. We got the confirmation for El Garden on that one, I already had fountains. And then we also have feels like there's something else that's going on with the EMS. Yeah, year-end cleanup, we're just trying to make sure we don't miss anything.
After all this goes out, how much will be left in the fire levy?
Right off the top of my head, I can't give that, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I've been working with a lot of figures the last days. They're all in place.
Yeah, they're not,
Okay.
we're banded together.
Yeah, there's a perfect right for Roger.
it's broke.
Oh, okay. I got
There you
it. Okay, that worked too. Okay. Which those are fantastic. Thanks. Also been cleaning up like outstanding checks. We get a list from the sheriff's office on any outstanding checks and they'll follow up on them. I did send a little note in with all the poll worker pay, asking them to please make sure that they cash their checks before the end of the month. We usually have a couple of those that get misplaced along the way.
One thing that came up at the association, that we'll be seeing is in the past, well, most recent past, or the County Commission Association would be paying the dues to NACO for every county in the state. They have changed their position on that. And so the counties, the association will bill each county for NACO dues on top of County Commission Association dues. And then they will pay the NACO dues.
And what's that amount to?
$563 for Mineral County. It's based on population. Some counties have like 30, I think Kanawha is like $3,200.
But they were previously taking that out of the dues that you were paying them. So are their dues still staying the same?
Yeah, their dues are staying the same. Which this goes back to, my understanding, this go back to approximately 5 years ago, before they did this, every county had to pay their own NACO dues.
That's when your dues used to only be 500. That's what they were now.
Yeah, well, as you said, they were covering a lot of that, so that's. Oh, states.
Did you see that? No, you didn't. There's none.
I don't know that.
Of course, with the election behind us and the fiscal year end and fiscal beginning, once that's all in place, then my main focus on is getting all the minutes caught up. Just, I still have to go back to the public hearing that we had at Short Gap Fire Hall for the Frankfurt. So have those minutes even to do, so, and,
I think you should be in a hurry. If there's chance over this fall, you have to.
These have number people are,
we're gonna pay a lot for the, our ghost. But each time that runs through, that's gaining, rebates on it.
What do you get? 1? What percentage you get?
Yeah, but I mean, our checks have been like $3,000 for the quarter. Forever. Of course, now that everybody's, we have people using it for the fuel.
Yeah. One in the right direction.
People using it for their fuel, want us to break out that 3% to go back into their department.
Oh,
You told me to.
Colby. Who? Colby. That's the only one that. No, there's more.
no,
Which. I know it's a lot of work to do, so.
We can't get into that.
they can always use their own credit card and then they can submit their documentation to the state. They'll get their 3% back directly from them. Always an option. That's what we were missing out because I don't think the documentation was being submitted to the state for that. I would call it a tax credit.
What's that for?
Oh, no, I'm wondering.
See, the receipts and the status, that is,
I'm just looking at this, you missed that?
oh, it's a money, but
You know where that was.
I can find out if you want it then.
This one.
The LEDs.
Hang on.
What's on the other side of
It
me?
was a volunteers program. I don't know. This is.
Oh, there it is.
And then here is,
Oh,
it's. We would buy documentation, so.
okay. That helps.
Documentation.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm trying, every meeting there's always something I need to tell you all. And I'm sitting across my head going through every employee and every department, thinking, was there something I was
Hey,
supposed to say?
put on the next agenda about this, abandoned house.
All the engineers and we, that was supposed to be,
We got an engineer.
yeah, so you, I was supposed to be on the agenda, I think it's the meeting before last, you told me that one.
There's so much going on though. I understand completely.
But yeah, there's so much going on, I think there's something I was supposed to mention about. Now, we'll have the next meeting, the reimbursement for the prosecuting attorney's position out of opioid. I'll figure that out for the fiscal year. I'm also working on the invoice to the Board of Ed for the preventive resource officers. Who are out of the schools and they're on the roads right now covering vacations. There's just so many times when you pass somebody in the hallway or something, they're like, oh, what about this? And you're like, oh, yeah, I'll take care of that. And then,
Forget.
yeah, you took 2 more steps and it was gone. You think you're gonna remember, you know? I mean, sometimes they send me a text and then 3 days later, I'm looking at it going, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Which I'm gonna hop on and see if I'm missing any bigger enough. The next commission meeting, we do have, Tommy sent him a special offer regarding some equipment. And I will call Gary Rice and tell him he doesn't have to come now.
You'll appreciate that. Years, been with that for how long? It's been a long time.
Yeah.
He's all right.
I have to submit my documentation for my record management grants too. Of course, I don't know why, but the auditor scheduled the county clerk conference to the last day of the month, which we're all doing year-end cleanup for most clerks that. So at the next meeting, I'll be leaving that meeting that evening and driving to Wheeling at night, but
Yeah, they're all wheeling here. So will be.
it's just, we have a lot of work to do for year-end. And there's certain things, it's like, well, why can't you do it? Well, there's certain things we have to wait till the end, because we need those figures for the whole year. It's not like you can do it in May, because it's year end, which means the end of the year. I have to.
They should switch us, put the commissioners at the end of June and put you all in August.
But they had switched it. Actually, they had switched it, but then we had asked, the issue was, we were having bills passed for, let's say, reporting requirements or different processes that went in effect like around June. And we were going several months without anybody knowing about it or how to unify what all the counties were doing. So that's why we had it switched to June. But then, of course, we have election, we have to get our election before we get into training. So yeah, it's not really a great time for us either way, but we had, like this year, the others changes to, the quick claim deeds, different fees that are implemented and different things, processes that we need to be unified. All the clerks be unified throughout the state as to how we're processing things. which are really good about keeping us updated on the listserv, bless it, with the community like that. A lot of new clerks can throw something on there and say, hey, I'm new at this, how do y'all handle this? I don't have time to answer emails from. I got about
You don't have time to
5,700
answer.
emails in my box
You
right
got
now.
a lot of time to send them 75 out.
It took me, and.
I'm telling you, that is crazy.
Did I just say? Still have about 5 or 6 in the
Well,
box.
I know I had my phone. I don't remember what
It should slow down now since the intervener
Yeah.
deadline is passed. It should slow down. Or hope.
And of course, I think, I don't remember who I talked to, but I asked my question there, went out front there, and I was asking about why does the public hearing have to be in Charleston in October?
Yeah.
Why can it not be in the Eastern Panhandle? And they said if a motion is made to request that, then it can be considered. So it would be.
I had a notion to ask the question. Well, I talked to you.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But I would have loved to. I didn't like the way some of that went.
Yeah, that Miss Lane was down at the County Commission Association. And she mentioned about this public hearings. And she said it's pretty evident that a very large people.
It's not to ask, and it's almost too much to ask for all of these people to travel to Charleston and stay for a whole week. Miss a week of work, pay for a week of hotels. You're looking at least $1,500 to $2,000 for each individual. Whereas if they can move the hearing up here to the Eastern Panhandle area, where all these counties are affected, it's an inconvenience for them, but we're talking hundreds of people that.
I don't know if they would need a courtroom or what. Maybe a little bit of.
There's plenty of courts in the areas that they've been, market courts.
Yeah, they could have, I don't know where all they had it.
Because how many counties are affected by this?
There's 4, I think.
Just one.
4
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Include Jefferson. There's just a small piece in Jefferson, but yeah. Montague, Preston, Mineral, Hampshire, and Jefferson.
So there's bigger courtrooms in some of those other counties. We obviously don't want what we're doing, the courtroom remodel and so forth.
Yeah.
But a lot of those counties are bigger, they have bigger courts, so forth.
But it'd be available. They have one that can't
Yeah.
schedule it.
I
Or
would,
imagine even
I like
Berkeley
the day
or
before.
Jefferson would have something bigger, big enough.
Yeah. I like how it's the day before the election,
Yeah, that's really nice.
during early voting and
Yeah.
day before the election, so. But yeah, so I mentioned to a couple individuals that didn't know it, and hopefully it's something that they can consider.
if I missed any, let me know.
I will.
I would have loved to ask. Oh, I would have. Who do you represent?
You already did that, I don't see the name anymore.
Oh, God, I thought I went and got all. Where'd you get these from?
Got.
Only. Wait a minute, Dutch, I'll give it to you, just sign. I'm worried about what doing those visitors.
It go through, but
They say I didn't see the initials on them.
I don't think I did scan through them, but I don't think I issued them. But that one sheet for the D card tells me a lot. I look through and see the numbers and if there's any catches my eye, then I can.
We go through them, Cindy is very good, she spends more than a day balancing through. All receipts are accounted for, if they know she hunts them down. And, receipts have to be itemized.
She hunts me down.
Yeah, so if they don't have an itemized receipt, they have to give a statement to what was purchased. Sometimes, some locations don't give such a good itemized, I don't think Jason see this yet then.
Yeah, it said Stevens.
Okay, you didn't issue off one, you didn't know. I don't think you saw this time. I don't think Jason saw this time. So then, yes, we have to balance to the penny. And of course, you have all those fuel receipts that she has to go through. She kind of lumps them together per officer, per location. And then I go through them as well, just to check line items and invoices and so forth.
No time sheets.
I think I still owe you May time sheets, May 1st to 15th. You saw April's time sheets. So the 1st to the 15th would have been paid on the 30th.
Time left. I think I got all of these. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, those you all got, these we got now, then we all signed. Maybe I take a clip of the whole public. On what? The big the big square. Yes, one. Yep.
Okay. We got everything, right, Dawn?
I hope, make sure there's no loose papers laying around with your stuff.
I think I'm good. Do I hear a motion to approve council payable
And purchase orders.
and purchase orders?
I just make a motion, we approve accounts payable and purchase orders.
Okay, and I approve that also, second. I agree, yeah, exonerations. I hear a motion.
We make a motion to approve the exonerations.
And I'll approve it also, and I hear a motion to approve the estate.
Make a motion to approve the estates.
And
Second.
do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion we adjourn.
Second.
Now, since we're adjourned, what do you guys think?